Good morning. This is Victor Reedman with the Connersville Development Commission board meeting for Friday, December 19th. I'll go ahead and start with roll call. We've got Jim Spence is absent. Myself is here. Rosemary, so Garrett Silcock here. And Ron Snyder here. Mayor Chad Frank. And Brad Coulter. Awesome. Call this meeting to order. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes from last meeting?
Yes.
Yep. Wonderful. Very good. And we can go over the financial report. Oh, do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Awesome. Second. In a second. Thank you very much. All right.
All in favor, say aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Still running
meeting
there.
aye. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Motion carries. Minutes are approved. The next order of business, financial reports.
Yep, I'll take care of this. Rosemary's out today.
Thank you.
We have one claim for Stone Municipal for $2,600, and our fund balance is $749,310.52.
Very good. We need an approval for that.
Sure.
I'd like to motion, or do I have a motion to approve the financial report?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Very good. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Financial report is approved. Next, we'll start with new business.
I gave you guys, I can't remember if I passed this out last meeting or not, but I gave you the meeting, dates for next year. I just want to make sure everyone had those. Anytime that I move due to a scheduling conflict, I'll put an asterisk and kind of put a reason why. I don't think anyone wants to meet on Christmas, so we'll do it early in Thanksgiving. There's a couple other ones I had to reschedule. I don't remember why. I think it might have lined up with spring break or something. So I figured not do a meeting during spring break.
Makes sense.
So that's what I have. Don't really have any new items for the Redevelopment Commission. I did get the Mark the Street Plaza flyers built and out. John and I sent some emails out, just some emails I had. We're going to create it and put it on our Facebook page and share out the city page and everything that I'm personally going to, starting in January, walk around and start hand delivering these and talking to them. Seems to go a lot. I can explain it better when I stop by and talk to people, and it's well received. So I'm going to try to peel away some days in January, start passing those out. The naming rights I put the end of February. That gives us time to get everything built for this first celebration of the bill. So I don't know if you see the flyer yet. I think I gave you one a flyer last night. So we're going to start pushing that out, and I wanted to get some eyes first so I could see what kind of response, what people think about it. So it's been very good received. So
Awesome. Do I need a motion to close new business?
no, I'll just call down the updates.
All right, next is updates. Mayor Frank again, or no?
I give it to Brad this time.
Sounds good to me.
I'll just tell you a little bit about a few things I've been doing. I hope all of you saw maybe I didn't send one to Ron, but y'all saw my newsletter. I tried to push it out this time to a little bit farther reach. I think we've had 4 or 5 newsletters so far, just trying to keep the community updated, and we post all those on our Facebook page. We are starting a couple of roundtables over the next couple of months. In January, our small business and entrepreneur roundtable will start. And in February, we have a workforce development forum that will start to meet. That will be one that might have more connection to this body, as it will be a meeting of larger employers, and try to bring some resources to those people with from the state and from trainers that can help. One area that we're pretty weak in Fayette County is our workforce readiness. A lot of times employers have a hard time finding the kind of employees that they need, and we want to work with Ivy Tech, Eastern Indiana Works to try to get our workforce in a little better condition so that people can hire the type of employees that they need. So these are a couple of things we're working on. We have a pop-up store that's gonna open down the street the 1st of January. I hope that gives some of our um, entrepreneur type people a chance to try out their products, have a chance to get a little bit of training and marketing their product in our pop-up store and give them a place to just see how stuff sells, how it does. So these are a few of the things I've been reflecting a little bit since we're coming down to the end of the year of how we've done so far. I was talking to the mayor this morning. I went to a conference in Indianapolis couple days last week, and I feel really good that people are starting to know who we are again. And I walked in a room and knew most of the people and was able to have conversations with them, and that's good for Fayette County. So that's my report for today.
Very good.
One of the things we gotta really be creative on is we were very proactive when we put the TIF in place. And I know that was a lot of work. And a lot of people just don't understand it. But Brad's out pushing hard to drive growth now, and it helps tremendously. But most TIFs are not going to be a viable project anymore. So we have to get creative on how we can attract people here. Even your abatements are not going to be much of a viable project anymore. They've raised the cap on those unless it's a major investment. But abatements are not the only way to attract someone. So we've got to get really creative on how we can attract people here. I think Brad's on right. When I listen to employers, I get the same thing. And so we've got to learn to listen to our employers and how do we fix those. And he's on the right track on fixing employability and all these different things. Sometimes it breaks your heart when you hear what these companies say, why they won't come here and different things. I'll just be honest. The biggest one I hear everywhere is you have the most negative community I've ever.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of negative, and they justify themselves, but I hear that a lot from companies. They're like, you don't even know Connor. They're like, we see everything. They're paying attention.
Yeah, they are.
So Brad's on the right track, fixing employability. We're fixing our placemaking, making a place people live. They want to be, they're happy, change a lot of the mindset, and then they'll start looking our way. But we've really got to find some different tools and be creative on how do we attract people here. TIF with SEA one, and they are not going to change that. It is not going to be not even doable going forward. I mean, you might be able to do some small projects, depending on what the investment is and everything, but the major ones are they're just not fundable. So they've really stripped all of our tools away for growth. So we just have to put our heads together and be creative. We have great resources. Our water is a fabulous resource that we have. And our sewer plant can handle a whole lot more. It's a very, I will give the people what was that first one built, Brad? The 1956. They had a lot of foresight and vision when they built that thing. And I'm always amazed every time I tour that plant. It's just, man, they knew what they were doing and they had a vision to build it big enough for growth. So we do have capacity. So we really have to push our natural resources that we have. That's really how we attracted one of the companies we brought in was our water. So we've really got to be pushing those, but we just got to be creative on how we present ourselves. Brad's doing a great job. He's present in all these meetings. He's traveling around. He's meeting people. Visible. And that visibility goes a long way. So Brad, thank you for doing that. I know it can be daunting when you're always on the road and it can be very tiring. So I appreciate him doing that and it's already paying off. So thank you for all that.
Thank you. One of those things was Winterfest. I don't know if everybody got a chance to attend, but it was wonderful. So
it was, and I don't know if any of you saw, but this was kind of neat. John came over one day and said, "Hey, I lit up the buildings across Central Avenue." I said, "How'd you do that?" He says, "Market Street Plaza." I said, "There's no way." Sure enough, those lights you saw in the building were from Market Street Plaza. Even on the courthouse, the lights. I knew we could light up the courthouse a little bit, but I didn't know we could reach all the way across Central Avenue. And so we had different colored lights on the buildings, and we tried to keep them away from buildings where people were living up above, but it looked beautiful. And that was Market Street Plaza doing all that. So I couldn't believe they reached that far, but it was beautiful, so.
Yeah.
And we did have, some music on there, the band at the Crossroads Brass Band. They didn't know if they would fit on the stage. They had 30 people and they sounded amazing. I was very impressed. If you know me, I'm pretty particular with my music.
What was their impression of the venue?
They loved it.
Good.
They absolutely loved it. They just like to come back when it's warm. Which I
don't
had,
blame them for
I had,
that.
I had 3 heaters up there for them. But playing a brass instrument and your lips go cold is kind of difficult. But they were very good. It's kind of funny when my son's girlfriend, I didn't know she was behind me. I was taking some video or something. And her comment was, boy, your dad had the biggest smile on his face recording that band. I was like, oh, if it's good music, he's smiling. So they did a very good job. And we had Eric and Annalyn Adams on before, and they're just fabulous as well. They did a great job.
Good.
Their vocals are just amazing, and his talent playing the guitar, they're just very talented people. So it was a good event. But now we're shifting gears to marketing so we can start developing some funds. John and I is trying to work with them, get some different bands in here. We've reached out to different people. I would really like to find a good broker. I'd like to find a broker who's local or local-ish because they really don't exist. That can really work with us on how to attract and get some named bands in here and different things like that. So if you know anyone in that world or have any help in that world, it'd be great. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. What everyone else is doing, we want to do something different, but it helps when you have someone who knows who to reach out to. So I can reach out to them, but it's a lot of work. You have to go through a lot of walls to get to the manager of that band. So if you got a broker that knows them, we have those relationships, it makes it a lot easier.
Very good. Good job, everyone. And the holiday season will be wonderful. Spend time with family and all that. Unless there's any more updates, our next meeting is January 23rd. I will see you all then. So if we're ready to close the meeting, can I get a motion to end the meeting?
I'll make a motion to end it.
And
second.
all in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you.